Hello.
Yes,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
sir.
Whose lecture was there last? Before my lecture. Whose lecture was there?
Civil engineering.
Okay, basic civil. Is it over just now or sometime before?
Just now.
Just now. Okay.
3 to 4
Then maybe
minutes,
should.
sir.
Huh?
3 to 4
What?
minutes.
Okay. Just before then. Related. Just I will wait for 2 minutes until student will join. Otherwise, we will take just a revision. What we have yesterday we have started chapter number 3. Okay. I think upcoming unit test number 2 will be there. I think you might have got timetable for unit test number 2. Correct? Have you got?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So whatever syllabus will be covered till tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whatever syllabus it will be there. So that you have to prepare. And it is just multiple choice question test, unit test number 2. I tried to put some problems as well, so you can solve that problems also, and you can proceed. Okay, so yesterday we have just started unit number 3, analysis of pin joint frames. Okay, hereafter, as I discussed already, chapters are having less content as compared to first 2 chapters. Whatever chapters are there hereafter, chapters are having very less content. It should you should not think that now sir is going little fast. It is not the case. Chapter number 1 and 2 are the largest chapter I will say in the syllabus. Okay, in that again second chapter 1 was the largest one. Lot many things we have studied, lot many problems we have solved. So this in this chapter also there are only 2 methods to analyze the pin joint pin frame. Okay, or pin joint frames. Okay, only 2 methods are there. Nothing graphical method. It is not there in the syllabus. We can say, or online syllabus. It is not possible to teach in online. Okay, graphical because you are supposed to draw, then measure it, calculation, etc. Only 2 methods will be there. So syllabus we have discussed yesterday. So whatever it is in front of you, it is a syllabus. Okay. Then one term we have discussed yesterday, analysis. What is analysis? Already I have written. Here it is. What is analysis?
To find
Find forces.
To find the forces. It is nothing but analysis. So that we have discussed. Okay. Then actually pin joint frame. Pin joint frame famously it is known as truss. 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 Okay. So what is the use of truss in day-to-day life? What we have seen yesterday. Just we will highlight what we have seen yesterday. Nothing else. Truss means what is the use of truss? Here I have written as well in bracket. Truss is used for to distribute and to transfer the force. That is the use of truss. You should remember this, to distribute and to transfer. If it is not going to distribute the force, automatically failure will happen of that component. That's why it is necessary to distribute that force. Okay. In that again, method of joints and method of section. There are 2 methods, method of joints and method of section. 2 methods we are going to see. Okay, so analysis means to find the forces. Then that total structure or frame, it is called as truss. And to analyze the each, so what is our motto in this chapter? Whatever that truss we are going to analyze, it means we are going to find forces in all the members, each and every member. That is our task. Analyze the truss means what? Analyze the truss means what? We have to find forces in each member. That means the analysis of truss. Okay, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of analysis or analyze the truss? Means finding the forces in each member, because group of member is nothing but group of member is nothing but truss. Okay, very simple. Then we have seen what is this introduction, a pin joint, a pin frame structure made up of cylinder, which is lengthy. That we have discussed yesterday, which is a lengthy element. Okay. Then just we have seen there are 2 types of frames. Which are they?
Plane frame and space frame.
Which are they? Plane frame. Okay, one is the
Space
plane
frame.
frame and space
Space.
frame. Plane frame, a frame in which all members lie in a single plane is called a plane frame. A frame in which all members lie in a single plane is called a plane frame. What is other? Space frame. What is space frame? If all the members of the frame do not lie in single plane, then it is called as a space frame. Okay. Examples. What do we have seen yesterday? Examples. Okay. Tripod, maybe this fabrication shop, something like that. Electrical transmission towers. Okay. Why it is used? Different members to distribute and to transfer the force. If single member is used, automatically load will be more and it is not able to sustain that load, so failure may occur. Then we have seen types of frames. So I will not read this total essay, but only there are three types of the frame or truss. Which are they? There are three types of frames or truss. Which are they?
Perfect, deficient, and redundant.
Perfect, deficient, and redundant. So there is a standard formula. How it comes, it doesn't matter. So this total history shows how it comes. Okay. Actually, perfect, deficient, and redundant. You should remember these three types and how we are going to define it. So formula is that M is equal to 2J minus 3, where M stands for member, J stands for joint. Okay, if this equation is going to become satisfied, we are going to call as perfect perfect truss. Okay, means whatever number of members are available, these are sufficient to transfer the force. Perfect. Okay, deficient. If M is less than 2J minus 3, number of members in the truss are less than 2J minus 3, then we are going to call it as deficient. Okay, so failure may occur because number of members which are used in the truss, these are not sufficient to transfer the force. That's why it is called as deficient. And what is redundant? Redundant means what? When number of members are extra, okay, or more than requirement, we can say. In other words, if number of members used in the truss or frame are more than the requirement, then it is called as redundant structure. It is one last sentence we have seen related to redundant structure. Can someone tell? Redundant structure is statistically what?
Indeterminate.
Indeterminate frame.
Yes, statistically indeterminate, because we can't find the forces in redundant truss. We can't find the forces because number of members used in the redundant truss are more than requirement. Unnecessarily, number of members are increased in the truss. That's why it is called as redundant. Okay, so that we have seen. After that, assumptions we have seen. Means whenever we are going to solve the problems related to truss, certain assumptions we have to go for. Which are they? Number one, the ends of the members are pin joint. Already we have the name of the chapter itself is analysis of pin jointed frames or truss. So whatever members are there, these are the ends of members are pin connected or hinged. Then the loads are only at joint. Whatever, so you should remember, in this load will be given only at the joint. It will not be given at in between the joint. So if you will find such truss, you will not find. Forget about if you will find, but you will not find the load is given in between. Always it will be given at the joint. Then once we are going to analyze the truss, means once we are going to find the forces in the truss, we are going to neglect self weight of the member. We are going to neglect self weight of the member. Then members are having either uniform cross section throughout, or if they have varying cross section, the centroid is located along the same longitudinal line. Okay. Further, Are you with me? So these are the assumptions, simple assumptions. 4 assumptions are there while solving the or analyzing the truss. Okay, further, nature of force. So this one is most important. This one is most important. The members of pin jointed frames are subjected to either tensile or compressive. Okay, so can someone tell me? Already it is I have written also. So when we are going to say a particular member, so you should know the difference between first member and joint. Okay, that you should understand first. Okay, what is difference between member and joint? That you should know. So if you are knowing that, then you can go for what? Can someone describe me when we are going to say particular member under tensile force, subjected to tensile force and subjected to compressive force? Can someone tell me?
Tension
सांगू
means
शकता?
away from the point.
Tension means away from the point. Okay.
Compression means
Compression
force
is
directed towards joint.
Yes. When force is going to directed or it is applied towards the joint. So actually, practically speaking, practically, suppose there is one member. It don't have constraint. Just to avoid your confusion, I will draw one. Suppose there is one bar, something like this. एक bar आहे असं consider करा. It don't have constraint. And I have applied force something like this. मी काय केलं इकडून इकडे force लावला in this direction, in this way, and here in this way. So this force will be something like this. So it don't have constraint now. त्याला constraint नाहीत काय. Okay, so whether it will be, we can say it is under tension or compression. Tensile आहे का compression आहे मग? Tension. It is under tension. आपण ओढायला लागलोय त्याला पकडू. Because it don't have constraint. त्याला constraint नाही त्याच्यामुळे त्याला ओढायला लागलो. That's why. But if I am going to give constraint, तर मी त्याला काय केलं पॅकच केलं. I am going to give constraint here. And same forces are applied, suppose इकडून असे same forces. So it is going to become compress. त्याला कॉम्प्रेस झाल्यासारखं वाटेल का? का नाही वाटणार? Whether it will become compress?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Definitely, it will feel like something compressed. That's why, actually, here also yesterday somebody asked how it is possible. Once we are going to pull it, we are saying it is compression. On the other hand, once we are going to drag it, it is under tension. How it is? Because there are constraints. Are you getting? Because there are constraints. That's why it is like this. Because with respect to yesterday, I have told one word very important. What was that? We are deciding nature of forces. We are deciding nature of forces with respect to what? With respect to what?
Joint.
With respect to joint. That's why we feel that it is something like that. Okay, because nature of forces. So just remember to avoid the confusion. If you think more, you will get confused. That's why I have not given this example, but yesterday also someone was asked how it is. So that's why in our this subject, so whatever pin joints are there, that are having constraint, it is not free. Means if at all we are going to pull a particular element, it doesn't mean that it is going to lengthen. एखादा एलिमेंट आपण पकडला आणि ओढला तर असं होणार नाही की त्याची लेंथ वाढेल. Why it is not going to happen? Why it is not going to happen? Its length will not increase because it is having constraint or pin joint. That's why. So before going in more depth, we can say before going more depth, we should not go in that depth. We can say if force is away from the joint, then we are going to say tension. Is it correct? If it is towards the joint, then we are going to say compression. Are you with me? Towards the joint, compression. Away from the joint, tension. This will be the final conclusion of nature of forces in the member. Okay. Any problem to identify? Because we are going to assume and then we are going to solve the problems. Okay. Shall we go next, or somebody having still confusion? Away from the joint, tension. Towards the joint, compression force. Only that we have to remember, nothing else. One more thing I will explain here. One more. A particular element is, suppose, under compression. So at both end there will be compressive force. It should not happen that at one end there is compression and other is there is tension. It will not happen. So that also you have to remember. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay. So let us see now. To analyze any truss, there are these methods. Which are they? Method of joint, and method of section. Method of joint and method of section. These are the two methods. Okay, these are the two methods to analyze the truss. What is meant by analyze? Or analysis of frame, or analysis of truss, or analysis of pin joint truss. We have to analyze the truss means what? Let me check.
We have to find the force.
Find forces.
And the forces. Okay, but from where we have to find? कुणाचे forces find out करायचे?
Pin joint truss.
Pin joint truss. Okay, truss. Okay, but truss मध्ये truss काय असते? It is a group of what? Truss is nothing but group of
Joint.
Member. Joint.
Joint.
joint or member. Joint चा truss बनू शकतो का? Member का joint? What we have to say?
Member.
Joint? Member. Group of member. Once group is going to come together, it means there should be a joint. By default, joint should be there. Okay, so we will think more. So group of member is called as truss. It is as simple as this. Okay, and group of members are held together by joint. We can say like that. Now let us see. First method of joint and method of section. Only two methods are there in this type. If you will understand one problem is also sufficient in each method. But we will try to solve more problems. But understanding is most important. Problem number 1. So let us start method of joint. Who will read this problem loudly? Vishwajit Gaikwad. Vishwajit,
Yes, sir.
what is your roll number, Vishwajit?
20.
So are you remembering while submitting ISC you have written your roll number? आठवते का तुम्हाला roll number लिहिलाय का तुम्ही?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have not written, only you have written name. असे बरेचसे कॅन्डिडेट आहेत की त्यांनी फक्त नावच लिहिलंय. You should think, you are not alone in the class. You should write your first roll number. Forget your name. नाव नाही लिहिलं तरी चालेल पण roll number हवाय. Okay, so others also take care because I have to search a lot. Whose roll number, who's that? It should not happen. Ha, Vishwajit, continue.
Hello, sir.
Read the problem. Ha. Ha, Mahesh.
Sir, मी आहे present तुम्ही absent लावलेली.
Okay, you can send it me if it is there with you. तुमच्याकडे असेल तर पाठवा अजून एकदा बघू आपण. It may happen that I have not downloaded or I have not got. You can resend it. Don't now upload. You can send on my email or that WhatsApp. I will check. Don't worry. It is not
Yes.
final.
Yes, sir.
Vishwajit, continue. Read the problem statement loudly.
Determine the forces in all the members of truss as shown below. Also indicate the magnitude and nature of the forces on the diagram of the truss. All inclined members are at 60 degree. To horizontal and length of each member is 2 meter.
Okay. Good. Thank you for the reading. So others also can read Determine the forces in all the members. That means we have to analyze the truss. Okay. As shown in below, also indicate the magnitude and nature of the force. Means each and every force we have to indicate. How many members are there in this truss? Can someone tell? Just for our information, how many members are there?
7.
7.
3, these 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Very good. 7 are there. How this truss is supported? By which support?
Hinged and roller.
Roller support and hinge support.
Roller and hinge. Okay, very good. So once you are going to start the problem statement, solving, immediately you have to draw a BD of truss. Okay, that is need. First task while analysis of truss is to find the reactions. What is our aim in this problem? आपलं aim काय हो?
Analyze the truss.
Our aim is to analyze the truss. Analyze the truss means what? We want to find forces in all the members. Okay, we want to find forces in all the members. Okay. Okay. So first task is to find the reactions. Okay. So we have to give first FBD, or we have to draw first FBD. Now let us see. Forces, external force. How many forces are acting on this? How many forces are acting on this?
3 forces.
Okay, 3. So how to show that? Just wait. So first you have to draw FBD of this. Okay. First we have to draw FBD. So let us draw first FBD of this. Okay, step by step. Only one problem we are going to solve today, because it is mostly in the problem. If you commit mistake at one stage, there is no use to invest your time. Your investment of time will become wastage. So it should be very, we can say, carefully. Okay, so A, how many reactions will be there at point A?
2.
2 reactions.
Okay, two reactions. One is RH, horizontal, let us say, and one is RV. And here there will be one RB, vertical. Then force, we can say something like, it is coming like this, RB. Here also there is one force, and here also there is one force. Which are they? 50. Okay, here 60. And here 40. Okay, 60, 40. So likewise, you have to show the forces first. First step is to find reaction. Are you with me? Is it possible to
Yes.
find reaction here?
Yes, sir.
If you apply, suppose summation, 3 equations we know. 3 equations. So RHA and RHV or RBV. In that way also you can write. Notice, not RB, AA. I will change that notation. So here R, so here R, B, not B, A. R A V vertical, and here R A H. So if I will apply summation fx is equal to 0, what will happen? Is there any force horizontal apart from RAH?
No. No, sir.
So it will become 0 directly. There is no question. No any force is horizontal. Okay. Suppose now RB. Suppose I will apply now summation Fy is equal to 0. What will happen? This 40 plus it will be minus. Sorry. So let us apply summation Fy is equal to 0. So what will happen? RAV plus RB minus 40 minus 60 minus 50 equal to 0. So RAV plus RB equal to 150.
Yes, sir.
150. Now summation of moment due to all the forces at point A or B equal to 0. Okay. So what will happen? Just check. Due to 40 Newton force, how object will rotate?
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
Clockwise. Its distance will be, so I have taken directly like this. You can see this diagram. So while finding the distances, you should know. While finding the distances, you should know. Okay, in this way. So you can find the distances. 40 into how much?
1.
Meter.
1.
1 plus 60 into, with respect to A point, how much distance will be? 2.
Yes, sir.
Then 50 plus 50 into
3.
3.
3. 50 into 3. Then I think I have taken RB, but it is RD, no?
Yes, sir.
Then when you are going to tell this? It is RD. कधी सांगणार आहे हे मग? It is RD. Or it is the last lecture, that's why you are not getting the things. Is it the case? Due to RD reaction, it will be negative. So RD into how much?
4.
4.
4.
Into 4 equal to 0. From this you can find what? RD, no?
Yes.
Therefore RD is equal to, calculate and tell me how much. 40 plus 120, 160 plus, I think 160 plus this,
13.
77.5.
77.5.
77.5 kilonewton RD. So first task is to find the reaction. Any other? Are you with me? When we want to find member, the first task is to find reaction. What we want to find? So as it is a first problem, I will write here to find what we are supposed to find? Forces, just forces. I will say forces AB, force BC, okay, force BE, okay, force CE, then force CD, then force ED, then force ED is over force AE. How many forces are there? AE.
7.
These 7 forces we want to find. Are you with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, which method we are studying here? Method of joint. Which method we are studying? Method of joint. Why it is called the method of joint? Why it is called the method of joint? Because joint by joint we are going to find forces. आपण काय करणार आहोत, प्रत्येक जॉइंट घेणार आहोत आणि फोर्सेस फाइंड आउट करणार आहोत. दॅट्स वाय वी आर गोइंग टू कॉल इट एज अ मेथड ऑफ जॉइंट. Okay, so here first let us go one by one. I will give reason one. What we can say, consider joint A. Consider joint A. Okay, here I will draw. I will say FBD of joint A. What will be FBD of joint? Here there is a point called as A. Okay, then vertical reaction we found out. Whether we have found out vertical reaction, RA, correct. Then here there is horizontal force, maybe something like this, and here there is one member in this way. Okay, so choice is yours now. Choice is yours. So here whatever which force will be there here? F A.
Yes, sir.
And here which force will be there? Here
Yep, AB.
F AB. Now choice is yours. Either you can assume it is tensile or compression. If sign will come negative, then your assumption is wrong. You can change the nature of force. Choice is yours. While assuming the forces, you can either assume as a tensile or compression. If sign will come as it is, as per your assumption, then it is whatever you have assumed, your assumption is correct. If not, your assumption is wrong. You have to change the nature of force. So let me know how we will assume this force A. Let's assume करूया force A. सांगा लवकर. Either tensile or compression. ह्याच्यापेक्षा बाहेर सूट करणं नसणार आहे. Either you have to assume tensile or compression. How we are assume? How we should assume? Fast. We have to complete this problem. कसा assume करू सांगा? Force A. Compressive का tensile?
Tensile.
Tensile means कसा असणार आहे? Away from the joint or towards the joint? Tensile.
Away from
Okay, away from the joint, it means it's like this. Force AB. Force AB. Let me just we have to assume, nothing else. कसा assume करू सांगा? Compressive का tensile?
tensile.
Okay, both tensile. You want to go for both tensile. Very simple. Are you with me? ज्याला कोणाला प्रॉब्लेम असेल त्यांनी विचारावं. Now these forces we want to resolve. आता हे forces मला resolve करायचे आहेत. Okay. How many forces are there at this point, joint A?
3 forces.
How they are? Whether they are concurrent?
Yes, sir.
Whether this angle is known to you?
Yes, 60 degree.
Yes, sir. 60 degree.
60 degree. Whether value of RA is known to you? RA is nothing but now this. RA, whether we have calculated or not? RD.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, from equation 1. So here RD. After that, from equation 1. When you are going to tell from equation 1. What will be the value of RA? That is RAV. That is equal to RA because its other component is 0. So it is equal to what will be that?
0.5.
Huh?
72.5.
72.5.
72.5 kilonewton.
72.
Okay. Now, can we apply here Lamin's theorem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Apply Lamin's theorem. At point A. at point A. So what will be that? What will be that? Let us say RA, we are knowing value of RA is how much?
72.5.
72.5.
RA divided by angle between other two, sin 60, equal to FAE. FAE divided by angle between other two, sin 150,
Yes, sir.
and this FAB divided by angle between other two, sin 90.
90. Yes, sir.
90.
90.
Okay. From this, calculate. From this, you can calculate two values. Which are they? FAE equal to how much, and force in AB equal to how much? Calculate and tell me. Huh?
FAE is equal to 41.85.
41.85. And this AB,
83.71.
83.71 kilometer. So these are the two forces we found, AB and AE. These two forces. So here no answer came as negative. It means our assumption is correct. No any force came negative. That means our assumption is correct. Okay. Now you can take next joint. आता पुढचा joint घ्यायचा. Choice is yours. Either you can take B, E, provided that you should know at least one or two forces at that joint, or that joint should be analyzed. You should be able to analyze that joint. You should not take randomly point C. Suppose you will take a joint C. How many unknown forces will be there at joint C? Suppose you have taken randomly joint C. C घेतला तर तिथे किती मेंबर आले त्या जॉइंटला?
5.
How many members are there? Point C I'm saying. Point C or joint C. किती मेंबर आले तिथं?
4.
Point C.
3.
3.
C for city. सिटी मधला सी तिथे किती मेंबर आले तो एकत्र? पॉइंट सी ला
3.
मेंबर आहे मास्किंग मेंबर
3.
3 members.
3 member
Yes,
and
sir.
1
3.
force. 3 member and 1 force. So all 3 are unknown. So we can't apply probable that. Okay, because we should know something. Okay, next one now. कुठला घ्यायचा बघा आता? Either you can take B, either you can take E. Again, there will be 3 unknowns. Or generally you should take the forces first at the reaction, because already you have calculated reaction. Okay, suppose at point D, generally we should take reaction point first. Well, the reaction point give happen. Point A we have taken, then let us go to point D. So shall I go on next slide? Next
Yes,
slide la
sir.
coming.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
It is totally full. I will go here and you have to tell these values in further problem. No? I will say here, consider second now this. Second, consider joint D. Okay, and here I will write FBD of joint D. So what will be that? There is point D in which there is a reaction called RD. Okay, then here there is one more reaction, and here horizontal reaction. So This force will be which force here? Force CD,
Yes, sir.
and this force will be ED.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now tell me nature. Only three forces are there. So how we will assume this?
Compressive.
Compress.
Okay, compressive. You want to say compressive? Okay, okay, compressive. So is it possible to apply here? RD is known to us, huh? RD. What is the value of RD? Can someone tell from the back?
77.5.
77.5.
77, 77.5. Okay. What is this angle?
60 degrees.
60
60
degree.
degree.
Okay. So shall we apply summation fx fy or
Lamis.
Lamin's
Lamin.
theorem
Lamin's
allows.
theorem. Okay, we will apply Lamis theorem then. Apply Lamis theorem. Apply Lamis theorem. Okay, what will be that? RD divided by angle between other two. 60.
Sine 60.
Okay. Then ED, FED divided by angle between other two.
150.
Sine 150.
Yes. Sine 150. Very good. Next. FCD angle between other two.
Sine 90.
90.
Sine 90. Which implies force in ED. Now you have to calculate. Force in ED equal to and force in CD equal to. Calculate. Just check. One thing we have missed here. I will tell what is that. First calculate this. Just check how much it is coming.
FED 44.74.
Yes, sir.
FED 44.74 kilonewton. So answer is not came negative. And how we have assumed that force FED. Let's assume compressive.
Compressive.
So in bracket you have to write C. Calculate FCD. Force in member in CD. Force in the member
89.48.
89.48.
89.40.
48. 48.
40. How we have assumed this force?
Compressive.
Compressive.
Compressive. So that also we have to mention. So these two we have calculated here. These two. So out of 7, how many forces we found out till now? Here nature is missed. This nature you should not miss because it is asked specifically. Also indicate the magnitude and nature of force. So FAE, how we have assumed FAE? Tensile. So I should write like tensile. Likewise here FAB, again it is tensile. So I should assume it is a tensile like T. In bracket I have to write T. In bracket I have to write C. Okay. Likewise. Out of 7, how many I have found? किती भेटलेत मला?
4.
4. Okay, now next. Let us see. Now let us consider joint C. Shall we consider joint C? Choice is yours. Either you can go for E, B, or C. You have to apply logic finally. You have to apply logic. Suppose we will take point E. Any point you can take. Shall I take point E? I can take E, B, C. So I will take point E. Let us see what will happen. Consider point E. Okay, FBD. I will draw here FBD. FBD of E. Okay, what will be that? E. So here there is a force. How much it is?
60 kilonewton.
60 kilonewton. Then now FED, whether we have found out FED is
Yes,
in
sir.
this way,
Yes, sir.
and also FAE. So it is also horizontal in this way. Okay, so let us see. आता काय केलं पाहिजे बघा. FAE. How was the force FAE? First, I
Positive.
will what I will do. What? दिसतोय का बघा फिगर जरा मी कॉर्नर मध्ये टाकलेली आहे. दिसते का ती का इकडे काढू द्या.
Yes, please, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yep. Which force I was talking? FED. So we have assumed it is compressio. Compressio means towards the point. It means it is towards the point. Here point D, that we have here point E. E. Okay, it is towards the point. Okay, what is that? FED. That we
ED.
know. Huh? Okay, FAE. How was the force FAE?
Tensile.
Tensile.
Means away from the point. It is away from the point, no?
Yes, sir.
Then how it is? FAE. Then here in this way, in this way. Okay. So which force will be there here? FEC. So I have assumed without your permission. Shall I assume as a tensile? I can assume compression also. Don't worry. FB. How I should assume FB force? Are you able to see the figure? Because
Yes,
I have
sir.
drawn in
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how I should assume? कसं assume करू याचा nature?
Tensile.
Tensile. Okay. Away from the point or towards the point? Away from the point. No. Tensile.
From the.
Okay. Tensile now. Now whether Lamin's theorem will work here at point E?
No,
No.
sir.
No, sir.
There is no question. Lamin's theorem will fail here. Okay, so let us see what will happen. 60 angle also you should know. This one is 60 and this one is 60. Okay, 60. Let us see what will happen. I think here we will get simultaneous equation, because in both the cases, are you able to solve simultaneous equation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You should, otherwise I will apply here. Summation fx is equal to 0. First, I will consider first FBE force. So what will be x component of FBE? So minus, you remember this carefully. Why I am taking minus? It is going towards negative x-axis into cos 60 into cos 60 plus FEC into cos 60. Okay, minus what is the value of FAE? What is the value of FAE?
41.85.
41.85.
86 or 85, whatever. Minus FED. We have calculated 44.74. Here it is. Whether this 60 kilonewton force will come here?
No.
No.
It will not come. Now
No, sir.
tell me value of cos 60. Tell me value of cos 60.
8.60.
8.64. Cos 60.
0.5, sir.
0.5.
Up, sir.
5, sir.
Up, sir.
0.5 EC minus both cos 60, okay, 0.5 FBE equal to दोन्हीचे ऍडिशन करा आणि इकडे घेऊन चाला अदर साइड. व्हॉट इज दॅट? जस्ट चेक.
86 point
86.59.
6.59.
86.59. Equation number 1. Now summation FY. Summation FY equal to 0. First now. Y component. Both will come positive. Huh? Correct? Both will come positive. F EC into sin 60 plus F BE into sin 60 FBE into sin 60. Then horizontal forces will not come. This minus 6 equal to 0. Tell me the value of sin 60.
0.8.
0.866.
0.86.
Yes, sir.
FEC plus 0.86 FBE equal to 60. Equation number 2. Follow equation number 1 and 2. You will get values of FBE. FBE equal to how much and FEC equal to how much. Follow करा बघू कोण सांगतंय. Simultaneous equation, take help of calculator. So I hope you are aware about how to solve simultaneous equation in calculator. सांगा जरा fast. Shall I expect answer from you?
Yes,
What
sir.
is the
Wait.
answer of just okay. Take your time and tell me what is the answer of FBE. So instead of point E, we might have taken point B or C. So there will not be question of simultaneous equation. But let it be. We were not aware about simultaneous equation. It will come simultaneous equation. Only we have to put the values in equation, nothing else. Coefficient only we have to put. Coefficient of FEC and coefficient of FBE, and constant term is there at other end. So there is no question. A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. You will get values of X and Y. Simultaneous equation.
7.
What?
FBC.
FBC अजून आपण गेलोच नाही हो FBC ला.
FEC is equal to 121.47.
Yep.
EC
FBE.
21.47.
ओके. पुढचं सांगा बरं कोणतरी. FBE किती आला?
Minus 51.
नाही काहीतरी चुकतंय. Something is going wrong.
मायनसच येतंय सर.
Minus
Oh.
Yes, sir.
हा सर मायनस येतोय.
Others also. साक्षी. आन्सर किती आले आन्सर? व्हॅल्यू बघा व्यवस्थित.
सारखंच नेटवर्क जात होतं, सारखं कनेक्ट होत होतं, नाही सॉल्व्ह केलं मी.
ओके गुरव बघा
सर
जरा
मी
कोण कोण
आजारी
सोडवलं.
ट्राय केलं नव्हतं सर.
Okay, simultaneous equation A1 B1 C1. What values you have put? कोणी सांगत होत्या? रोहिणी तुम्ही सांगत होता का? रोहिणी शिंदे.
येस सर.
Who was telling? Who was telling? You were telling answer.
कशाचे सर?
इथं आता FBE आणि FEC.
नो सर.
सर मी
कोण? मयुरी पाटील. ओके सांगा बरं आन्सर. कोण बोलतोय?
सर FD -51.70.
Check. My answers are different then. Okay, I will take your answer.
Sir,
We'll
yep. Equal to
Who is telling answer?
FB equal to 37.53.
31 point.
37.53.
Which answer you are telling?
FB.
No, it is not. I will write my answer. You check. I think I have to take one lecture how to solve simultaneous equation. You are committing mistake somewhere. I don't know where. I will write my answer. We will check tomorrow. Is it same or other? So 204.93, which is tensile. Okay, and FCE is 31.44. 31.44, which is again tensile. थोडं कॅल्क्युलेशन बघा. तू काय लागलं?
FEC बरोबर आले
माझं
सर.
तर निगेटिव्ह मध्ये चाललंय, मला कळलंच नाही.
नाही तुम्हाला सायमल्टेनियस इक्वेशन कशी सोडवायची उद्या मी हे सांगतो कॅल्क्युलेटर घेऊन. कॅल्क्युलेटर विल नॉट टेक मिस्टेक. आय विल सॉल्व ऑन कॅल्क्युलेटर टुमॉरो. आय विल टेल. कॅल्क्युलेटर वरती तुम्हाला सायमल्टेनियस इक्वेशन सोडवता येत नाही. थोडस बघा युट्यूब वर वगैरे व्हिडिओ बघा, कळेल कसं आहे. अदरवाइज टुमॉरो आय विल टेल. सो these two forces like this. Now which member is remain? आपण किती फोर्सेस फाइंड आउट केले तो आतापर्यंत?
6
झाले. आता राहिला कुठला आपला मेंबर? फक्त एकच. ओनली वन. विच इज दॅट?
BC.
Force BC. So here I don't have space. Joint मी डायरेक्टच म्हणतो आता. जॉईंट B. मी जॉईंट B म्हणतो डायरेक्ट. आणि इथं बघा आता मी जॉईंट B काढतो इथं. B. B ला काय झालंय? व्हर्टिकली अपवर्ड कुठला फोर्स आहे? 40 किलोन्यूटन. 40 किलोन्यूटन. नाव इकडून कुठला फोर्स आहे? हो इकडून या साइड वरून AB. आणि AB फोर्सचं नेचर कसं आहे सांगा बरं. नेचर we have calculated already. Just check how is the nature of force AB. Tensile. Tensile means away from the point. That you should give very carefully. Yeah? Away from the point. Is it necessary? So it will be away from the point. Because already we have found out that force in this way. So FAB. Then in this direction इकडे एक फोर्स आहे बघा. कुठला फोर्स आहे तो?
BE.
Yep. That we have found out. It is again tensile. So FBE. FBE. Okay, and FBC we will assume. कसं assume करायचं तुमची इकडे? हा?
बी कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह आहे.
कुठला?
बी
B कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह आहे.
फ्री डायग्राम मध्ये बघा.
कुठल्या डायग्राम मध्ये?
थर्ड नंबरची फ्री डायग्राम.
इथं FBE हा वरचा. दिस
येस
हा
सर.
फोर्स म्हणताय ना? हा?
येस सर.
टेन्साईल आहे की तो.
हा सर टेन्साइलच.
हा सर टेन्साईल
इथे टेन्साईल आहे पण इथे कम्प्रेसिव्ह येते.
कुठं येते कॉम्प्रेशन?
खालच्या डायग्राम मध्ये तो कम्प्रेसिव्ह येते.
एकाच मेंबर मध्ये दोन नेचर असू शकत नाहीत. आपण इथं काय म्हणलंय, ज्यावेळी पॉईंट आपण ई कन्सिडर केलाय त्यावेळी अवे फ्रॉम द पॉईंट दाखवलाय फोर्स तो. एवढं तर ऍग्री आहात तुम्ही? पॉईंट अवे फ्रॉम द
Yes, sir.
फोर्स इज अवे फ्रॉम.
Yes,
तसंच
sir.
एकाच मेंबर मध्ये दोन नेचर कसे असतील?
तो फोर्स पॉइंट बी कडे जातो ना, तो ह्या पॉइंट ई ला तो टेन्साईल आहे पण पॉइंट बी ला तो कम्प्रेसिव्ह आहे.
नाही ते चुकते. कालची फिगर दाखवतो आपण जिथं आपण डिस्कस केलं होतं इथं बघा बरं इथं आता ही फिगर बघा नीट. इथं काय बघा बरं, हे मी काय केलंय. आता तुम्ही असं म्हणणार का ए आणि इथं मी बी नाव देतो तात्पुरतं, म्हणजे इथं सगळं क्लिअर होतंय बघा. हा फोर्स तुम्ही म्हणणार बी कडे चाललाय, इकडून म्हणणार हा फोर्स बी कडून ए कडे चाललाय, मग त्याचं नेचर वेगळं आहे का? कारण मध्ये जॉईंट आहे. युअर लॉजिक इज करेक्ट बट इन बिटवीन देर इज अ जॉईंट. त्याच्यामुळं एकाच मेंबर मध्ये दोन नेचर असू शकत नाहीत. येते का लक्षात? बघा म्हणजे तुम्ही काय करता, एकच जॉईंट पकडताय. कोण बोलतंय मला काय लक्षात आलं नाही. हु इज टॉकिंग? ओके विश्वजित. आय अप्रिशिएट युअर नॉलेज. तुमचं म्हणणं बरोबर आहे, पण तुम्ही काय केलंय की एकाच जॉईंटला पकडायला लागलाय तुम्ही. दुसऱ्या जॉईंट वर काय अन्याय झाला, त्याच्यावर अन्याय व्हायला लागला. इट इज इनजस्टिस विथ अदर जॉईंट. यू आर टेलिंग द नेचर विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू वन जॉईंट ओनली. तुम्ही एकाच जॉईंटला पकडून नेचर सांगताय, त्याच्यामुळे तुम्हाला वाटतं की इकडून पाहिलं टेन्साईल आणि पलीकडून पाहिलं तर कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह. इट इज नॉट द केस. यू शुड कन्सिडर बोथ द जॉईंट ऑफ दॅट मेंबर. आणि एका मेंबर मध्ये एवढं लक्षात ठेवा, एका मेंबर मध्ये दोन नेचर असू शकत नाही. आयदर इट विल बी कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह ऑर tensile. Okay, so you remember this. And how we will assume now? Last, it's almost 10 minutes over. In BC, how I should assume the force? BC. BC मधला फोर्स कसा घेऊ सांगा? कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह का टेन्साईल?
टेन्साईल.
ओके,
Sir,
टेन्साईल अवे फ्रॉम द पॉइंट. बरं कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह तुम्ही म्हणताल तसं कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह घेतो, ठीक आहे. आता मला सांगा अँगल. आता इथं आपल्याला एफ बी सी फक्त फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे, नथिंग. बाकीचे दोन माहित आहेत आपल्याला. ओके, आणि अँगल माहित आहेत का बघा बरं जरा. हा अँगल किती असेल हो? एफ बी ने हॉरिझॉन्टल सी केलेला अँगल किती असेल?
30.
हा
30.
किती असेल?
60.
ओके, हॉरिझॉन्टल सी 60. आणि सिमिलरली इकडं जर मी अशी लाईन काढली अशी पॅरलल समजा, हा अँगल किती येईल हो माझा विथ हॉरिझॉन्टल? एबी ने केलेला हॉरिझॉन्टल
60.
अगेन इट विल तो पण 60 येणार, म्हणजे इथं असं मी 60 लिहितो. आता मला समेशन एफएक्स फक्त एफबीसी काढायचं आहे. आय वॉन्ट टू कॅल्क्युलेट एफबीसी. So either I have to apply summation fx or fy. If I will apply summation fy, whether that force will come summation fbc. हा फोर्स येईल का? कारण तो हॉरिझॉन्टल आहे.
No.
नो सर.
No. So I have to apply summation fx equal to 0. हेच मला अप्लाय करावं लागेल. ओके, सो fbc, it is minus. Again here lack of space. fbc मायनस का घेतला? कारण तो निगेटिव्ह कडे चाललाय. 40 किलोन्यूटन फोर्स येईल का हो या ठिकाणी? बिकॉज इट इज व्हर्टिकल.
No, sir.
नो सर.
It will not come. Then minus this force AB हा निगेटिव्ह कडे चालला, निगेटिव्ह एक्स ऍक्सिस. त्याने अँगल हॉरिझॉन्टल केलाय 60. पण त्याची मॅग्निट्यूड किती आहे कोण सांगते फास्ट जरा? एफ एबी ची मॅग्निट्यूड किती आहे?
83.71.
83.71 इंटू काय येईल? कॉस येईल का साइन येईल?
कॉस.
कॉस 60. थोडासा स्पेस जस्ट 2 मिनिट. जस्ट वेट फॉर 2 मिनिट. I know it is last lecture. So it is cos 60. Okay. परत एफ बी प्लस येईल का मायनस येईल
प्लस
प्लस येणार
प्लस
प्लस
येणार.
त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती केली 204 204.93 204.93 आणि त्याने अँगल केलेला आहे cos 60 इक्वल टू 0. याच्यावरून आपल्याला एफबीसी काढा बरं बघू थोडस. एफबीसी काय करा दुसऱ्या साईडला घेऊन जावा. एफबीसी तो पॉझिटिव्ह होईल आणि इकडची टर्म फक्त कॅल्क्युलेट करा कॅल्क्युलेटर वरती, बाकीचा विचार करू नका. फक्त एफबीसी ला निग्लेक्ट करा या इक्वेशन मध्ये आणि रिमेनिंग टर्म कॅल्क्युलेट करून सांगा किती आली.
60.61
पॉझिटिव्ह का निगेटिव्ह?
पॉझिटिव्ह.
ओके.
येस.
एफबीसी किती आला? किती?
60.62.
करेक्ट. 60.62 60.62 किलो न्यूटन. झाला का हा 7वा फोर्स आपला? आपण अज्युम कसा केला होता? कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह. we have assumed it is compressive, it came positive. इतर जरा नेचर पण राहिलेले आहे compressive. It is compressive. Okay, so this one is our 7th force which we have found out. Actually in this way we have to solve the problem. तर याच्यामध्ये number 1, if you will commit the mistake at initial stage, what will happen? पहिल्या सुरुवातीला रिएक्शन काढताना चूक केली. Is there any use of that to solve the problem further? परत सगळा प्रॉब्लेम 2 तास करून काय उपयोग आहे का?
No, sir.
Absolutely not, because you have to take care from the first itself. That is the specialty of our subject. If fortunately or unfortunately exam will be offline, then in that case you have to see the question, are you able to solve? अंदाधुंद नसलं पाहिजे की आपण सोडवू शकतोय का बघायचं पहिल्यांदा प्रॉब्लेम. इज इट पॉसिबल फॉर अस? ट्राय करून बघायचं नाही. लेट अस ट्राय. एक्झाम मध्ये ट्राय करायचा नाही. जस्ट वी हॅव टू चेक इज इट पॉसिबल. आपण त्याचं बघितलं पाहिजे की फ्लो चार्ट आपल्याला काय काय करावं लागणार आहे याच्यामध्ये. अदरवाइज यू माइट बी नोईंग ऑलमोस्ट फ्रॉम more than 1 hour we are solving one problem. More than 1 hour I am saying. And if your exam is there offline, 2.5 hour. Paper is of 2.5 hour of theory and half hour is for multiple choice question. म्हणजे 2.5 तास तुमच्याकडे टाइम असतो की ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला पूर्ण इंजिनिअरिंग मेकॅनिक्सचे प्रॉब्लेम सोडवायचे असतात जे काय ऍप्लिकेबल आहेत ते. So a little fast. Actually I want to give one homework for you, but what I will do, I will not give homework. What I will do, same problem you have to continue from, instead of third stage काय करा आता उद्या हा प्रॉब्लेम सोडवताना या थर्ड स्टेजला पॉइंट ई घेतलाय आपण. ई त्याच्याऐवजी काय करा, पॉइंट बी घ्या. बी देन टेक पॉइंट सी, and just cross check the answer. Then just cross check the answer, and tomorrow you search how to solve simultaneous equations on calculator. If not, you tell me, I will tell tomorrow how to solve it. Okay, with this we will stop for today.
सर आधीच स्लाइड दाखवा की एकदा. डन सर.
Just wait for attendance. Roll number 12, 14, 12, 14, 19, 12, 14, 19, 27, 12, 14, 19, 27, 19, 27. Okay, others are okay, no issue. So with this, shall we stop? Just try it, otherwise tomorrow we'll solve. Okay. Any problem? Lengthy problems are there. Only 2 methods. I am going to take 2-3 problems from this type, 2-3 problems from other type. Method is not going to change. Method will be same. Step by step, joint by joint, you have to go. Okay, shall we stop then?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.